Uh, sorry, please. Um, right? We can start, right?
Yes, we can start. But I couldn't see anyone among them, the speakers. Yes, I can see Aya is around.
Yaya has been around. I think I met him here. I don't know
Kabir
about.
is around also.
Well, then we are good to go, I think.
Yes, we are good to go. Only
Yes.
our Aya lady, maybe she's on her way coming.
Oh,
This guy. Bongo, what is going on with
nonsense.
you now? You guys are
Oga.
just pressing up. I don't know what is wrong with it. Yeah, just look how you look. Yeah, you look awesome. That's
Longest
all.
time.
Fine, yeah, long time. How is your studies?
Allah yeah, Kadi. How is Germany?
Germany is great. I'm yet to be there. I'm still in
You are
Nigeria
yet to be there.
preparing.
What are you doing? What are you doing at home?
He loves Niger so
Yeah,
much, so he
I'm
doesn't want to leave
completing
Niger.
my
Please,
Because I
please, let
actually
us
like,
start with them. Let us start this meeting. People are waiting for us. Maybe after the meeting,
okay.
you can go back and
Yes,
go to
yes,
your personal
yes.
issues. Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Business time. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for host. Um, my speakers, or let me start by my host, Dr. Muhammad Sani, my speakers, my co-moderator, ladies and gentlemen, good day. Uh, I would like to start first by welcoming you all to the another webinar session on the Turkey Bursalari Scholarship. If you can remember, we started this webinar series um, where we promised to be inviting beneficiaries of different scholarship schemes around the world, domestic and international, to come and tell us how did they make a winning application, what were the challenges they faced, and how they overcame those challenges and eventually got to where they are. So recently, the Turkey Salary called or opened their portal for application, and we are lucky to have in the verified scholarship forum beneficiaries of such scholarship scheme. So we invited three of them to explain to us to digest the application process of the different categories. So with that, much wasting of our time, I would like to start with the first speaker. Our first speaker is no one but Kabir Tijani Saleh. Kabir is your scholarship guy, honestly, people. Like, Kabir has been winning scholarship right from undergraduate, his master's degree, his PhD currently. Like, this guy is the person you are looking for when it's scholarship. So, like, you should get your pen and paper and be taking points. Kabir Tijani Sali completed his high school from Dawakin Topa Science College. I wanted to say Dawakin Kudu because honestly, people like him should be from my college, but no problem. After his high school, he secured Concorsia Scholarship, where he studied city planning at Crescent University,
Kaga,
Abeokuta. Kabir graduated with first class honors in 2018. From there, he got the Turkish Scholarship for Masters program, where he studied city and regional planning at Mersin University. He graduated with distinction in 2022. He reapplied. Like, this guy can apply and win and apply again and win. Like, he's sabi this Turkey TVBS, Turkey Bursalari Scholarship. I think he has forgotten his Hausa by now. He's just a Turkish guy. Kabir is currently doing his PhD um, at Askenis, Askenis University. You people should help me with this pronunciation. Antalya in city and regional planning. He passed his candidacy exam recently, and I don't know, maybe he can start using the title in small letters, in lowercase before that depends. So Kabir is going to tell us about the TBBS scholarship. He's our first speaker, and we expect a lot from him. So, Dr. Kabir Tijani Saleh, if you are close, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I'm right here. Thank you so much, Doctor, for this, but I think you overhyped me. I'm not as who he said I am. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, all from wherever you're listening to. And I hope today we're gonna know how you can apply. We're gonna discuss Turkish scholarship and processes for applications for candidates that wants to apply. With your permission, Mr. Moderator, can I please share my screen? So we have a PowerPoint that we want to share with you guys that can guide us through the application process. But I think most of you had already passed through that stage. What we're going to be discussing more is going to be the hitches that you might be encountering while the application. So me and Dr. Yahya with Khadija will take you to how you can apply and avoid all unforeseen problems that you might be having. So yeah, Dr. Tajuddin, please, when you're ready, I want to share my screen.
Yes, I think it's
I have
either Dr.
granted
Sali
you
or Awal.
I have
One.
granted you the permission to
Yes.
share your screen.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Doctor. I'm doing that in just a short while. Okay. So yeah, all about Turkish scholarship. We have a presentation that can guide us. We are going to discuss the overview of the scholarship, eligibility criteria, the application processes, scholarship benefits, tips for the successful application, life in Turkey as a scholar, and then the question and answer session. So without wasting too much of your time, let's quickly take you to the introduction part. We're going to discuss what is Turkish scholarship. So Turkish scholarship currently, it's becoming one of the highly competitive scholarship because they are calling it the first class scholarship because it's getting a lot of applicants all over the world. We can discuss yeah, you can see that from 2020 to 2012, there were about 40,000 applicants. But last year, the Turkish scholarship received about 120,000 applicants all over the world from 170 different countries. What what made it to be this first class scholarship that they're saying? Because it's one of those scholarship that you literally need to do nothing. You don't need to pay any application fee or processing fee or anything. All you need to do is get your things ready, your documents ready, wait for the application date, apply, go and pray, and hopefully you'll be selected. They provide you with your, actually, you're going to see it from the next slide. So what is the purpose of this? The objective of it is to give opportunity to all the applicants all over the world for you to come and study in Turkey, get a first class knowledge with very successful universities and get to explore the culture in Turkey. And what are the levels of scholarships that have been offered in Turkey scholarship? It includes the bachelor, master's, PhD, and merit-based scholarship, we all know this bachelor, master's, what is this? So let me quickly add to the merit-based scholarship. Merit-based scholarship is when you are already studying in Turkey or you have an outstanding performance. They give it to mostly bachelor students when you get a certain CGPA, so they can double your scholarship for you, or you already have a previous outstanding performance, so that will give you the chance to go for this merit-based scholarship. For masters and PhD student, I don't think they are giving us because it's coursework, not like exam-based program. The joint scholarship include Erasmus. If you wish to proceed to study in the European countries, they also offer that. They were not doing it before, but now they are back to it. You can do that. Quickly, let me take you to some of the partner universities in Turkey. So all the universities that are public universities in Turkey, they are partnered with Turkish Scholarship. But private universities are not under Turkish Scholarship. So literally, you can get whatever you study, you can get a university that is offering your course. All you need to do is put in your application. I think I don't know the exact number of the public universities that are in Turkey, but a lot of them, this is few example of them. I am sure some of you that already started the application processes might have seen some of them. So what are the things that you need to that made this Turkish scholarship to be a very a comprehensive one? Department and university that you are going to be studying at, because like they have some universities that are top ranked universities like Hacettepe University, like in Yildiz Technic University. Globally, they are like good universities, so you can get the chance of studying in such universities. Monthly stipend, like we all know, the tuition fee is going to be 100% covered. You get the benefit of health insurance and accommodation, and you get the benefit of learning a new language too if you're interested in that, because you have to study Turkish before you start your program. And then you get the to and fro flight ticket when you are awarded the scholarship. You get the chance also to see the cultural and the historical part of the country, which is Turkey. We all know that. Maybe we have been seeing a lot from the movies. This brings me to the next slide, which I believe my colleague, Ms. Khadija, if she's here, she can add more light to who can apply the nationality and more. So Khadija, please, if you can just take over and add more light to this.
Hello, I hope you can hear me and see me.
Okay, maybe if you can just give us a moment for Dr. Tajuddin to introduce you, and then you can proceed. Dr. Tajuddin.
If Dr. Tajuddin is not close, she can proceed with her presentation.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I just attended to something. I'm very sorry. I'm here. Okay. We have the next speaker. Hello? Do we have
Yes,
the
we
next
have the
speaker here?
we have Khadija with
Yes.
us.
Okay, yes. Kabir just told me that, okay, you people will be using the same
Slides.
slide and, make it like a joint presentation. So I thought Yahya is going to be the second speaker, but it's okay. Our next speaker, it's is Malama Khadija, right? Should I say Malama Khadija? Permit me to use the word Malama. I don't know what the title should be in Turkey.
Yes,
Eh?
that's okay. Yeah, that's
Eh?
okay. Mm-hmm.
How do I say it in Turkey?
Uh, they just say Khadija or Hadija.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have our second speaker, uh, Khadija Aminu Anas. Just like Kabir, Khadija is also following in Kabir's footstep. Even her undergraduate is scholarship. She can win scholarship, like, and so imagine when it goes to the level of masters, the doctoral, terminal degree, and what have you. So, Khadija is currently at Marmara. Kabir, am I correct? Marmara University, Istanbul, Turkey, doing her bachelor's in dentistry. Remember in the WhatsApp platform, our co-host explained to us that, okay, one of the speakers is also going to discuss about, how you can get the scholarship, the undergraduate scholarship. So Khadija is going to, in her session, explain to us, more about that and plus other tips on how to win the scholarship. Khadija, you have the floor.
Hey, hello everyone. I hope you're all doing well. So, about the who can apply for the scholarship. So basically, everyone can apply except for Turkish nationals and people that already started their universities in Turkey. So, for example, if someone started maybe I don't know in level 1 in Turkey and in a Turkish university, they're not eligible to study here. Uh, I think there's a notification from my also there's a threshold for the bachelor's degree. So for all courses except medicine, you have to get 70% and above. However, if you do have a little bit below 70% of your academics, then you can boost your academics by taking, for example, exams like SAT. This makes you stand out. The age limit, as it says here for bachelor's, is 21. So anyone above 21 will not be eligible to apply for the scholarship. So for specific for medical and dental, so you have to get above 80% of your grading system in your country. So I think for this slide, that's it for bachelor's.
Thank you
All right.
so
All
much.
right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Khadija, for the presentation.
Miss
Well,
Khadija, sorry.
I mean, like maybe in advance, as considered a spoiler, you should expect questions from audience about this undergraduate. A lot of people
I
reach
have
out
a
to
lot
me
of questions.
sharing their sisters who are egg and what have you. They have done very well and they want to use this opportunity to try their luck. So you should just get ready. The next part of the presentation is on the application process, where I will invite the third speaker, my dear friend, Yahya Hassan Labaran. Malan Yahya completed his B.Eng from my alma mater. I have to be proud, Kano University of Science and Technology in Civil Engineering with first class. He proceeded to one of the best private university in India. I think the best, yes, Sharda University, where he obtained his MTech civil engineering with his thesis on carbon footprinting. And then currently he's pursuing his terminal degree at Gaziantep University in Turkey. So Dr. Engineer Yahya is going to digest the application process for us. You have the floor, Engineer.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning. I don't know where you're from, wherever you are. Nice to meet you all. All right. With regard to application process, it's actually, I think, Turkish Scholarship on the best in place application platform. If you consider there is like Chinese government or other like various university where you have to spend a lot of time preparing document and all things, I think like TBBS is one of the simplest and most easy to do application processes. First of all, we have the website. Later, we have a demo. We will present a demo. I think Kavir will do that, but I will just go through step by step to explain it further. Like, first of all, you have to register on the Turkish Scholarship portals. You're going to create your account by entering your email addresses and creating password as usual. You just go there and then confirm your email address. And also, you should have to ensure that your profile information is accurate, actually, because most of the candidates are making a lot of mistakes. And it will be, one of the things that we go through our your application process. So if you made one single mistake, especially in your personal information, including name, date of birth, and all this stuff, it will be difficult for you during visa application to rectify it because it is automatically coming over. So you should have to take good time and prepare your details according to your documents. And then also after that, you should have completing your, how can I say, like registering after registering on the portal. You put your personal information, you confirm your what they call it, email addresses. Uh, then cross-check your educational background. I made this mistake earlier. I applied once, and then I made mistake with the dates. Like it's kind of confused. How do they call it in English? I don't even know. Like it's karışık. I don't know. How should I say it? My Turkish is actually conversing in like with my English. So we have to, get it in detail, prepare your personal information, including your name, nationality, especially if you have a passport number. Also be very, careful about that things also because it will apply, it will come out in your visa applications. And then also you should have to put your educational background and qualifications. When putting your educational background and qualification, don't just put your primary school, secondary school. If you attended any courses or you attended any like diploma courses, external, private, or anything whatsoever you attend, if you have a certificate to that, also you should include it in your program, sorry, in your application. And then also, when you come to the choice of programs and university, you are going to select up to 12 university in total. I think like data has said it already, they're only considering public university. So you have to consider 12 public universities from Turkey. And you should be very careful when you are doing this because some operated in English, they're operated in Turkish. And if you're not well conversant with Turkish language, although you're going to undergo a 1 year compulsory language school, but it doesn't matter. If you're going to study in Turkish, it will be difficult, unlike if you're studying in English because you're conversant with it. So choose and go through the university system in Turkey. Find the university, even the TBBS, there's a place that you can search for the program, the language of instruction, and all this. Before you choose that university, you should consider this. And then after that, you shall have to provide a detailed and accurate information. If you don't provide like a detailed information, this is what I'm just saying. Whatever you have in your CV, put it down there because we have thousands of applicants, from all over the world trying to get this. And there it goes over a lot of series of scrutiny and then like processes. They're trying to remove several candidates. So whatever you have, it will add to your applications. And then when it comes to a document, ensure that whatever you put, like you have a certificate to it, you have to upload it into the system. For instance, academic transcript. Don't just say like you graduated with 4.67 or 4.57. Make sure it is there in your transcript and it corresponds with what is in your document because they are going to check it. And that transcript must show the grades, courses, and accumulated GPA. So you have to actually look for your transcript because it is one of the important, especially for a postgraduate student. For undergraduate student, I think they don't need that. They only need their NACO and white, but for postgraduate, you need academic. You need latest of recommendation, letters of recommendation from your previous professors or advisors or even mentors. You can get it. I know Awal Bongo is good with this. He can provide you with me too. If I need any, recommendation later, I forward it to him. He can write it anytime. So if you need, you can reach out to Awal Bongo. He is perfect when it comes to, preparing latest of recommendations. Ensure that the latest you are provided with is signed. If it has a seal, also it will be better. Like you have a stamp and sign, and then with a letter headed. If it is, for instance, from my university, or from BUK or from Kano University of Science and Technology, for instance, make sure that professor use his or official stamp if he has it, whatever. It should be official. And also, you have to prepare motivational letter. Well, actually, I know most of us, we were how can I say, like, conversant with motivational letters if you are into this scholarship game, because you'll be writing one or two. But you have to write a compelling, okay, and personalized statement of purpose. It's supposed to be compelling. And don't just go and ask ChatGPT to write, a letter of motivation for you. No, it doesn't work actually. They run all this check, they run it on Turnitin, and then they will check even AI right now. They used to check AI also at the same time. So make sure that what you write is original. And if you cannot do that, you can look for help from various YouTube channels. They are providing actually some guidance on how to write a good motivational letter. I can, go through some of them, but I might not say it all. But if you need help or anything, you can ask during answer question and answer, because I'm running out of time. And then you can go to what they call let me just give you a brief information on how to prepare your motivational letter. First of all, you have to explain your academic goal inside that SOP. Why you choose Turkey? Why do you come to Turkey out of 1,000, or let me say 100 of countries around the world? Why Turkey? You should have to be original. Don't just go and copy someone, or maybe your friend has done it before, he sent it to you and then you use it. No, do it, personalize it based on you. And how does this scholarship will help you achieve your aspiration? Like, you have to explain your academic goal. What did you achieve so far? Okay, why do you come? Do you want to come to our country? Okay, I guess you're getting my point. And then, how do you intend to use this scholarship to reshape your future? So you're explaining your previous, your current situation, and your future aspiration. So it has to explain everything inside that SOP. And you should have to keep it concise, actually. Concise, yeah, it should be very short, but at the same time, it should reflect your passion and vision. It should have to, this is especially if you're going for postgraduate. I'm just giving you with respect to postgraduate. For undergraduate, I don't know if they need this, but for postgraduate is one of the key, important things that they consider when awarding you the scholarship. Also, you should have to make sure that if you write this motivational letter, or SOP, we call it, you run it chat GPT, sure, I mean, like, you run it on Turnitin, and ensure that you don't have plagiarism and all that sort of stuff. Make sure it is original 100%. Even if you have 1% plot, redo it, paraphrase it, and do all this stuff. Okay. The next thing is letter of recommendation and motivation letter. Okay, submit before deadline. Actually, you should have to double check your application for the accuracy and completeness. Make sure before the deadline, which is, I think we have around 25 or so days. Yeah, we have 25 days to the deadline. Make sure you double check your application. All this, you have it. And then also it is complete before the deadline. Don't say like it will be at the last hour or Nigerian time. No, it is Turkish time. When it is 12 o'clock, let me say 00 o'clock, it is over. In Nigeria, it will be 10 p.m., but in here, it will be 12 p.m. So when it is 10 p.m. in Nigeria, then it is over. Don't even consider it. It's not 12 a.m. And also, you should have to, I should give you an advice, like, you should have to submit it in advance, maybe they might have some last minute technical issues. We are into computer age, although I know, like, nowadays our system are very efficient, but at the same time, you can't say you're not Allah, like, you're not the God. You cannot expect everything to be perfect. So don't just wait for the last minute, pardon. Just submit it whenever you're done. And also, late submission are not accepted, actually. They don't accept late submission under any circumstances. Now, when it comes to visa requirement, actually, no, I think, like, Do I have to explain visa, right? I'm not seeing very
No,
well
we
here.
can do that later, sir. We can do that later.
Okay, it's under mine. Let me just go and brush it up. Okay, once you are accepted into, Turkish scholarship, you will receive an acceptance letter, and it will let you to apply for the Turkish student visa. And the Turkish student visa, once you are applied, actually is very simple. I could remember when I went for my visa, it's just like a game. They didn't support me because I have everything. All they need. They need your valid passport, your scholarship accepted later. They need your passport size photograph, and they also need proof of financial means, which is covered by the scholarship. So you can use your scholarship as your financial means. And then you have a application form, which is usually available at the embassy, or you can do it online. It depends on where you are. If you're in Nigeria, you can do it online, I think. And then you can go to the nearest Turkish embassy or consulate in your country. For Nigeria, I think is in Abuja. You have to come from wherever you are. Even if you're in Lagos, you have to come down to Abuja. Okay, let me just brush up on the tips for avoiding common mistakes. Here are some of the tips that you can avoid these common mistakes that we used to make during application processes. Number one, for instance, avoid incomplete application. I told you, include everything that you have into your application system. Don't even leave a chance. Whatever you have, put it there. Don't say like it's too much. No, that's not like too much. Give it all. Don't even consider it. Don't give it a second thought. Put it all. And also pre-read everything. Make sure all the information you provided in that system correspond with your document. Don't just say like I get 5.0 CGPA, like my Korwa or Bongo. You get 100%, and then like they went over and see your document, they are seeing like 4.999. It's not fine. You have to correspond. Check for typos and ensure consistency in your SOP. If you are into postgraduate, make sure you avoid, any mistake and typos and, grammatical errors when you are doing your SOP. So proofread it because it's very important, my friends. Like it is one of the key things that depreciated from thousands of people. We had an experience in that actually. I can say like you can have a perfect CGPA, you can have a 5.0, but your SOP might not give you the opportunity. It will discourage you from having this. If you have a 4 SOP, then you might not get actually the scholarship despite your high value of CGPA. So give it your best shot when you write in your SOP. Also, be specific in your choice. Choose program and university that align with your academic goals. I told you some of the university here in Turkey, they're offering different courses in either English or Turkish. So you have to proofread. Check the university website. Ensure that the program you have chosen, is it in English or is it in Turkish? If it is in Turkish, are you sure you can do it? You can master Turkish within 1 year, and you can. Yeah, I don't think as a Nigeria, because most of the people here, I think they're from Nigeria. If you're, into English, if you have been studying English and then all of the sudden you started studying in Turkish, it wasn't, well, be perfect for you actually. Turkish is quite difficult. I'm not going to discourage you, but if you give it a best shot, like I know Kabir, for instance, right now, he speaks better than most of the Turkish people here. So if you give it a best shot, you can get it actually, but it's quite difficult. So go to the university website, check and ensure it might be confused. We are teaching in Turkish, we are not teaching in English, and then you just have 1 year of what they call Turkish language. So it will be having problem actually. Follow instruction. Adhere to the formatting and document guidelines provided in the portal. Mostly they use a PDF and they give instruction of what to do. Ensure that you follow that instruction carefully and attend to every point that they have raised over there. And lastly, be honest. Provide trustful and verifiable information. Don't just go and put, I said, give it all. Don't just go and, put random things, lie over there. You didn't go to do, let's say you have a diploma in computer or IT, and then you say, no, I have a bachelor's degree in IT. Don't do this. Just be true to the point. Make sure whatever you put is 100% to your best knowledge. Don't give it a second choice, a second thought, because they will cross-check everything. And if you're having an issue, if you come here with a wrong document, they will send you back actually. and you might not even scale through the interview, so you might be having issues. So make sure whatever you put in your application is 100% true to yourself. Don't even put one lie, all right? And then it is verifiable. You have certificate or you have information or sorts of something to cover it up. I think this is all for now. And if you have any question later, we'll discuss inshallah under discussion question and answer section. Thank you. Kabir, if you have anything, you can add on. Thank you.
I think from the audience, if you have the questions, you can start writing it in the chat box. Therefore, I can start noting it for now. Thank you, Kabir. You can continue.
Thank you so much, sir, for this detailed discussion. So the next presentation is going to be on why TVBS, why Turkey Bursalari. And we're going to discuss the monthly stipend. Like I always say this to my fellow colleagues, like to all the applicants that wants to apply for Turkish scholarship. If you are looking for money, if you want scholarship that will be giving you $9,000, 9,000 whatever, like high money, don't apply for Turkish scholarship. Turkish scholarship is first hand scholarship that they're calling it, but it gives you the chance of free ticket, accommodation, and other benefits, but you have limited money. You cannot be thinking that you can get rich from Turkish scholarship. So the stipend they're given is 4,500 lira for a bachelor degree student, which is $130 if you convert that. For masters is $190, while for PhD students is around $270 plus accommodation. If you don't want to stay in the dormitory, you can request for them after your first year, the language year, that you're obligated to stay in the dormitory because you are just newly into the country, you don't know a lot of things. So you have to stay there for first year. And then afterwards, if you want to go out, you can request, they can provide you with financial support. And that's make it like 9,000 plus, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So you have a free accommodation. You don't need to think of, it's either you be enrolled into a private dormitory or a government dormitory. In both cases, sometimes the private one is the best. Sometimes, there are that one, when you come to Turkey, you're going to find out about that one. While the tuition fee, everything is free. Health insurance, you don't need to worry about health insurance. Whatever you want, you can get it for free. Likewise, the travel allowances. When you have, like as a research scholar, or somebody like Dr. Yahana, if you want to attend a conference, all you need to do is write a very nice letter to the scholarship body claiming for that support, and with all the attachment of the conference or whatever you're going to do, if they see that it's worth sponsoring you for that, they can give you additional support for you to go and attend conference or whatever you're going to do. I made mention of Turkish language, like you get to add another language. I think there is a proverb that they said birlisan, biisan, birlisan. I don't remember the words in Turkey, but like it means that when you have one language, you are one person. Two language, you are like another person, or I think maybe different, one person locked in different with different personalities. If Miss Khadija is close by, I would like to invite her to come. Actually, Dr. Yahya had mentioned this, so let's quickly move to the next stage, which is the registration, where I believe most of you are going to be at. This is the registration stage. Before that, let's quickly discuss on the visa application processes. When you are selected already, these are the things that you need to go to the embassy. Normally, if you are a student that is not under scholarship, you're gonna have to get an appointment. But if you are under scholarship, you don't need to get an appointment. They would give you in your awarded letter that within this so period of time, you need to go to the embassy and submit your documents. What are the things that you need to go there with? A valid passport that have at least 90 days in it, completed visa application, which you can do that from your phone, your computer, or you can go to any computer center and then they can do that for you. If they know that the visa application for Turkey, they can do that for you. It needs to be correct. You can take that application form to the ministry, to the embassy with you, passport photograph, and a signed and a stamped medical report. You need to be very careful when obtaining your medical report. Go to a hospital that you know that you're going to have a doctor that will sign it and stamp it, that you are physically fit, you don't have any illness that you can bring them over to Turkey. They give really big consideration when it comes to health related issues. So you have to know where you can go and get your medical report. And the offer letter that they offer the scholarship to you, make sure you carry all your original documents with you, diplomas, transcript, and everything. Yeah, let's go back to the demo. With your permission, Mr. Moderator, I would like to take us to the demonstrative part of the application page. So first of all you need to do is make your registration on Turkish Scholarship portal, which I know most of you have done that already. And you would receive, I see a lot of people asking from the group that I didn't receive any confirmation email. You will receive an email like this. I believe you are seeing my screen, from which you have immediately after clicking on this redirecting link, it will redirect you to where you're going to log in.
Please, we can't see your screen. It's like
Oh,
we are seeing only the screen of presentation. It's not a demonstration.
okay. I'm sorry. Let me quickly fix that. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So it will take you to a page where you can proceed with your application. On this one, I have already done I created a profile, which I'm quickly going to take you through. You're going to log in. All these places that you see this with a red exclamation marks needs to be filled. I cannot proceed with my application without updating all this information. You have to input all your personal information, date of birth, hobbies, and I would advise you to, even if you did not discover yourself, you have to add, like you have to sell yourself whenever you are hunting for a scholarship. You have to tell them who you are, your hobbies, because that is what people are, what the evaluating committee will be looking for. So discuss on computer, how literate are you with computer? Write whatever you have here, save it. Select another one. I'm not going to go through it all. I just want to show you because there are a lot of questions, like I said, from the group. What is your talent? Choose anything that you want, like playing guitar. You add it here. You would be repeating the same thing until you realize that this exclamation mark right here is no longer red, but something like this, orange, that can move to blue later. When you send a message on WhatsApp, you see the two ticks, right? So if you completed all these things, it's going to be, you'll see that you are done with personal information, then you can move to family information. When you're done with all these things, that's when you will be able to see the application page from here, from the home page. Now, taking you back to what I did now, you can realize that I only have associate degree program as my option. That's because I didn't put anything here. I'm going to put my educational background from the education information, where I can put that I already have a bachelor degree, maybe associate degree. That will give me the chance to proceed to apply for master's degree or PhD degree right here. If I only have high school, I cannot be able to apply for master's. This option is not going to be feasible for me. But putting my information on associate degree, bachelor, then I can see the option of applying for my master's degree, PhD, or research if I already have it. a PhD certificate and I uploaded it to the system, that's when I can see that I can apply this one. All you need to do is hit the apply button, and that's when you would be seeing um the schools that you need to apply. Dr. Yahya, please, if you can just quickly chip in, let me quickly add some information for us to be able to show them to the next stage. As I'm doing it, if you can just maybe shape it lively.
Okay. All right, I think like we can start like when you're doing answering question, it will be better. What do you think of?
Okay. Do you think we can move to the question and answer session now as we are doing this together?
Yeah, I think so. If they have any question regarding each step, they
Yes,
should send it.
there are
We should
a lot
answer
of
them at the same
questions.
time.
There are a lot of questions. Maybe uh
Okay, related to application, I think when we open a page, if anyone has a question, for instance, he can ask, then we can attend to it. I think it will be better because
okay,
the page is already open, so we can.
so now can we move to the question and answer session now?
Or maybe,
Do you have
Kabir,
other to say? Do you have many things to
why is Kabir?
say? Tajuddin,
Come again, please. I missed that
Yes.
part.
Hello?
are we okay? Can we move to the question and answer session? Or
Okay, all right. He is back.
Well, I think that is to be decided by our speakers. If they
okay.
are done with their presentations and we can proceed to the question and answers, then fine. We can proceed. Maybe we
I
should start
think we just have
with the
some issue with the
questions.
application.
Come again?
I think the application he hasn't finished. He has some
Okay.
issue with the internet, I think so. He's trying to rectify it, but he will
Okay.
be back soon.
Okay. So maybe while
Because
he
the
tries
application is the
to,
most important. Yes.
yes,
All
so
right,
while
let
he
me give him a
tries
call.
to rectify it, maybe you can start taking some
Yeah,
questions where maybe either
yeah,
you
sure.
or Khadija can attend to. Yeah. So Dr. Awal, you can maybe start taking those in the chat box before
Okay.
we allow some of the audiences to just speak directly to ask their question directly to our speakers.
Okay. Thank you, the speakers, for this wonderful presentations. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from the presentation. So I think we will start with the questions in the chat box. Maybe we'll attend all the questions in the chat box. Then we will come back and allow other audience to speak their mind about the questions. And I have a lot of questions, especially for the undergraduate. I'm trying to represent those who are trying to apply for undergraduate. I'm more interested in those in that category. Uh, uh, please,
Okay.
uh, someone asked questions. Hajara Ahmad says, "Hello, good evening. Thank you for your time and the insightful tips. She joined late, actually. Uh,
Mhm.
want to ask if academic transcript is sent directly from the schools or if it is the applicant that upload it himself. That is number one question. The second question says, then I also want to
Okay.
ask whether they require an English test or Turkish proficiency like they do in other foreign language. Like maybe in some languages, maybe in China or some places they require you have to have some certification in their like native language before they give you scholarship. Is it the same with Turkey? Or like again in Nigeria, some schools they don't issue like transcript to the student. They will ask you to provide like a means of transmitting those maybe transcript direct to the like you are the institution you are
I get
applying.
your point.
So maybe you can answer this question, then we can move.
Yes, I get your point. Okay, thank you, Ms. Hajra. With respect to transcript, actually you have to upload it by yourself. You should go to your university as usual, go through the tedious way if you are from Nigeria, I know how it is, especially in Africa, actually, it's kind of tedious. So you should have to go through your university system, collect your transcript, the signed one, the official one, not photocopy, with stamp and everything. And then you should have to screenshot it or scan it if you have a printer, all-in-one printer, you can scan it and then upload it into the system by yourself. And then if you're going for the interview, you should take it along with you. They might ask it. They might, as in might, they might ask it. Because actually they don't ask everything, but they might ask it. So you don't have to upload any information. Actually, you don't have to send the transcript to the university directly. No, not at all. And with respect to language, actually, if you can afford like to do like a any English proficiency exams, whatever you have it, it will help you uh to get the scholarship. But it's not, I can say, because I didn't have it when I came here, it's not compulsory. Like if you came to Turkey, when you study your university, you can enroll into what they call Yokudin or EDC exam. It's quite simple and easier than TOEFL or IETLs. It's more simpler and more easier. I can, if you study in Nigeria, I can say you can get 100% out of it. Or let me say 90 because there is a Turkish translation over there. So you can get 90% out of it. It's very simple and they accept it all over Turkey. So I think, and it's very cheap compared to TOEFL or IETL. So if you can afford to do it, then you can do it. And I think we are already running out of time right now. I can, advise someone to go for that. So if you have it already, if you have TOEFL or you have IETL, you can upload it. If you don't have it, don't worry about yourself. When you come to Turkey, you can do that. Or you can collect what they call in university. I could remember they used to give a letter like saying you did your programs in English. You can use that instead of language proficiency test or whatever. So that when you came to Turkey, you have to do that. Also, with respect to language, Turkish, actually you don't need to do Tomer in Nigeria. They call it Tomer. When you came here to Turkey, you will be spend 1 year doing that. So actually, it doesn't count as a criteria. But if you can do it, okay, if you have it, let me just cite an example. You are coming to my country. Let's say I am a Hausa man, and then I'm giving you a scholarship, and then like I see you can speak, Hausa very well. It gives me confidence, to choose you because already you know the language. When you come here, you know the culture, maybe. So when you come over here, it will be easier for you to study. I consider you than anyone else that doesn't have it. So if you can afford to do it, they used to do it. Staying Yunus Emre, yeah, they have a center in Abuja. They used to conduct this Turkish test, but actually it's quite difficult unless if you undergone Tomer courses and Turkish courses and all. If you don't undergo any, then forget about it. When you come here to Turkey, you can do it. But if you can do that, it can help you also to scale the scholarship very easily, actually. Thank you. Let's go to the
Thank you
next
for
question.
thank
I
you.
have something to add to what Yahya said.
Okay,
Okay,
sure,
okay.
And
sure,
it's a
sure.
very nice point because when he spoke about like the language proficiency, like if you
Yeah,
add something like IELTS, it actually makes you stand out. Like,
yeah, sure.
yeah, so it helps you. And also, I noticed like if you choose like an English course, like they actually check for this because, for example, some universities do actually look out for that. Like you need to have that. If you don't have it, then
Well,
just like
actually, I
they
can give
cancel
you a
you out.
personal experience. My course is in English, and I didn't use any TOEFL or IELTS actually. But I might be say I'm a lucky, but it's not quite a criteria. It's not compulsory. You can do it without it. But I say it's a plus point actually. If you have it, it will help you a lot actually. Thank you.
Yeah. And
Okay. Okay, continue.
Yes, go ahead, Khadija.
yeah. Another thing, like for the Turkish language, of course, like if you learned it, it's a nice thing. But just knowing like few sentences and like maybe
Yeah.
from movies or something, you take it
No.
and you go to interview with it. Wallahi, they will love it. Like I remember I just knew like I think just two sentences from the language interview and I spoke it and they were so happy about it. Like, they were like,
Yeah, they're
ah,
so happy. So at
you
least
started
you
learning.
get to know the
Yes,
basic languages. Ask
yes,
Awal about Durin's Ertuğrul. He watched this movie from
yeah,
season 1 to season, I think, 5 also. He finished it, or he watched Ottoman also.
yes,
So you just have to, get to know the basic things. Merhaba, nasılsın? It's very simple. Like you can look
exactly.
over internet how to make a common greetings, actually. How are you? How is your family? You can just, basic conversation, just try and memorize it when you before you go to interview just one day. They will be very happy, especially if they know. Like when I went to my interview, he asked me if I had a knowledge of Turkey, or if I had non-Turkey. Well, actually, what helped me is this movie I was watching when I was in India. I was watching this the release Etoro and then this Ottoman, or they call it, I don't know. I saw it from Awal and then started watching it, and one of our friends in Saudi, Kwaru Abdul. So he was the one sharing this thing to me. So I know all this Merhaba, necessary. When I went there, then I start and it was an old language. So he was so surprised. How did I know the old Turkish? Because there they were using old Turkish, not the modern Turkish. So this is what they were using, and he was surprised. Wow, where did you learn? I was like, I used to follow this series, and he's also a fan of that series. So we get along actually. It's just like a friends meeting together, or a fans. Like you support Manchester United, support Manchester United, so we meet up together. So this is how it went through. All right, let's go to the next one.
Thank you,
I have
Yahya.
another thing to add with the language. So,
Okay,
sorry.
Khadija.
Yeah,
We
so
need to make sure that we answer these questions as quick as we can, because we have tons of questions, and if we want to
Okay.
Many questions, like
yeah,
replying to
it's
questions,
actually it's a really
it's gonna
point.
be
It's a nice point for undergraduate. I don't know for postgraduate and for PhD also. But when choosing universities, if you really want to get this scholarship, and you can do in Turkish language, because I think even when I am studying in English, like they also like speak in Turkish, so you need to know Turkish also. So you don't think, oh, I came here, so it will always be in English. No, you're coming to their country, expect them to be speaking Turkish to you sometimes. So if you want to get it, like when choosing universities, so your first choice, if you want it to be in English, so you can choose English, because it's very, very competitive scholarship. So when you choose like less competitive universities, and also like less competitive language, for example, when you choose Turkish as your specific, because they give, like, there is more quota for Turkish, how do I say, to study in Turkish than for English, because very few universities offer English, so it's more competitive. So when you choose Turkish, it makes, like, it gives you higher, like, higher chances of getting the scholarship. I think this was one mistake a girl made. She had, like, a Turkish university. I don't know, you don't have to put it in your first choices. It can be in your fourth choice, in your sixth choice, because for example with me, I got into the university of my fourth choice, not and of my first choice. So I think this is something really, really important, and I keep hearing, like, in YouTube too, like other people talking about it. So I think is a nice point.
Thank you. Before we continue with the question, please, the speakers, I know you have a lot to say. I think maybe you can be summarizing the answers, because there is a lot of questions. Me too, I have like at least 10 number of questions. I don't know. Please, the next question is related to the last question. Thank you. Abaka Sadiqa is asking, he says, thank you. Must someone have English proficiency exam before applying to English taught courses?
The answer is no. Let's go to the next one. Thank you. You said we
Okay, so
should
someone
be
can apply
straight
to
to the point. Yeah, you can
English
apply
courses.
without, I told you, I apply and then without any English proficiency test or whatever. So yes, but if you
Okay,
can get a term later from university, you can use it also at the same time. I could
okay,
remember I collected one from Sheridan University and from also KUST. You can use that instead of English proficiency test. When you come to Turkey, you will do that.
okay.
During your first year, you can do that.
Okay, the next question, he says, what are the most preferable universities in your opinion? The speakers. Do you have any preferable university in your opinion?
Okay.
I think Khadija answered this
Actually,
question before. She said, like, choose the
okay.
university that are like mostly taught in Turkish because they are less competitive. But let me have your view, Dr. Yahya.
What I will say, it depends actually with the person coming over to Turkey. Is it an international university he is looking for? Is it somewhere that he can finish his, degree without so much problem, without so much stress? Is it somewhere he is looking for that he can get some business opportunity? Is it like what is the main aim for him coming over here? Because most of us we know we are coming for economic reason or whatsoever. So if you are coming for business things or whatever you are related to money or something you want to do side hustles, then consider universities from Istanbul, Ankara, Izmir, this three side, from that side, Marmara side, all of it. Whenever it is in Istanbul, it is in Ankara or Izmir. But put this in your mind, they are very competitive actually, these areas, because most foreigners live in those areas. So if you want to go, to something you're looking for side hustle, go to that side, but it's more competitive. So I will advise someone, if you really want to get the scholarship easily, don't even think about Istanbul, Ankara, Izmir. It's lucky, we know you can get it, but look for other cities. For instance, let me cite an example for you. Someone is coming over to Nigeria, and you are giving a scholarship, and there is a Lagos, there's Abuja. Let me say there is a Port Harcourt. Let me put Kano. I might be selfish, but I will put Kano for instance. Let me put Kano. Let me put Rivers for instance. We know these are the economic hub and the most developed cities actually around Nigeria. We might say so. So if someone is looking for university in this place, it will be more difficult than someone looking for university in, let's say, Zamfara, let's say which side? Let's say Ogunda. I can't say Ogun. Let's say just is quite popular. Let me just put it like Zamfara, Kebbi, or something like that, because there is less economic activities over there, or even Jigawa, for instance, because there is less economic activities there. So this is what you should consider. If you are looking for the best university internationally, all of them they are internationally recognized. But if you have side agenda, then go for Istanbul, Ankara, or any university from Izmir. But it
Okay.
is difficult to get actually. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Haya, for this. This question has been answered by Salu is asking English proficiency exam necessary. It has been answered.
No,
No.
it's not necessary. It's not
Okay.
necessary.
Engineers.
Dr. Moderator, before we proceed,
Okay.
can we quickly start because I think this is going to take longer. We can just start the application processes altogether. Let's finish it and then we can move to the question and answer if it's okay by you.
Please, Dr. Kabiru, please, you can do it as quick as possible. Thank you.
I was trying to see if we can do that with a fresh new application, but we cannot. So I can just open my application, my previous application, and I can show them from that. So, doctor, if you are ready, let's try it. Yeah, I'm sharing the screen back again.
Okay.
So I believe you can see this. When you finish everything, I made mention of the double tick, blue tick that you're going to see. This is my previous application. I am trying to show you that the person, oh my goodness, I cannot share the screen. I think it has a policy of not.
Kavir, can you share your login details to me? I can open it from here so you can explain, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I think it will not allow me to share my screen while I'm opening my application. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, we can. But this is your application. It's not application, it's TBBS. Okay, yeah. This is
You can see it
TBBS.
now, right?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, just to show you, personal information, information about my family, contact information, education, background, all those things I put it here. Additional supportive applications like publications, you have to put everything for you to be able to proceed to the next stage. What I want to show you here is due to my age and due to this suitability of the application that will be most suitable for me, I can only apply for research. I mean, yeah, because I'm already doing a PhD now. So I'm going to show you this stage. Some of you that are already, let me change this to English. All right, so just please manage the Turkish. I don't know, it's not changing to English. This is where the motivation letter is.
KB, you can use the translator on the Chrome. I
It's
think
not.
and translate it. No, not this one. The three dots.
I'm trying. Okay, now for me to be able to see this.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Application stages. After proceeding from this, the next one is like the universities that I want to study from. I need to select the universities from here. And to add to what the previous speakers has been saying, if you select whichever university you want to select, the evaluation committee are the one that are selecting the university for you. If you select 10 universities from Istanbul, like the university that I'm currently studying, I didn't even select it as my prepared university. They select a university that they deem fit for you to go and study there. So this is the section where you're going to put the topic that you're going to do research on. It's still back to Turkish. Like topic, aim, objectives, all those you have to fill it to the specific option. Rules of each section. 15 words or not less than 300, not more than 75 words that you're going to put here. After you are done with this stage, that's when you can proceed to the next one. You can select the place where you want to go for interview, like Albania or whichever country that you want to go for, and you proceed to the next stage. Reference information, if you want to upload your reference letters, you add it. You don't need to put the email of your supervisor. You can just get the reference letter as it is and you can upload it here. This is where you can upload the reference letter, for example, just this one, and you proceed to the next stage. I'm sorry, I know that I'm just rushing you through this. Most of the places that you are having problem is where you are converting your exam score, your diploma score, or your certificate, your transcript score, for it to be able to reflect the 0 to 100 scale of Turkey. Like I said before, you have to, if you get B1, what is the equivalence of B1? You put it in 100 scale for you to be able to proceed to the next stage, which is here. This cannot, okay. You see, this is what I graduated with. So I put 4 here, 3 here, and this is the average. If you have any issue with this, you can share it with me or with Dr. Yahya, and we can help with that. After finishing everything, you will be able to see your application form, which is going to look like this. All the things that you put, this is the list of the universities that you selected that you want to study. Like Dr. Yahya mentioned, you can select up to 12 universities maximum. So if you want to select the universities, I advise you to go for probably the universities that have at least minimum of 30% English if you want to simplify it for you. But like I said, you have to learn Turkish. If you are lucky that they send you to a university that is 100% English in your course, it's a plus for you. If it's 30% or 70%, it's another advantage for you. So you can see the letter of intent. This is where I put my letter of intent. This is my master's application. Yeah, the topic that I want to do my thesis on, the methodology, research, just like basically if you have done any research previously, copy it, you can paste it here. Make sure that you master it. Make sure that you know what you are writing, just not downloading any article from the internet and putting it here. It should be something that you have done before. And if you cross-check your application, make sure that before you submit your application, you download this application form, go through it, and then you submit your application. Let's go back to the question and answers.
Okay, Dr. Kabir, thank you. Thank you for this wonderful demonstration. I think maybe if there is need for any after question and answer session, maybe when we finish the session completely, if there is questions regarding the application process, they may reach you out directly or like in the group, maybe will be an alternative option. Next question, please, what is the minimum CGPA for the postgraduate program? is there any minimum CGPA for the postgraduate program? As Engineer Abdullah Saleh is asking. Please, who is going to answer the question? Dr. Kabir, Dr. Yahya, Khadija? Kabir, your mic is okay.
I'm sorry, I missed the question, sir. Can you please repeat it?
The question says,
Kabir.
please, what is the minimum CGPA for postgraduate program? Postgraduate program.
Like in all scholarships, you at least need to have if you have a very strong CGPA, it increases your chance of getting it. So in PhD, like postgraduate for master's or PhD, if you have first class, it can help you. But having a strong second class offer can also be another advantage. So I can say that there is no minimum for this application. You can just apply, and if you're lucky, I have friends that apply with second class lower and they got it. So
Okay.
put into your application,
Uh,
right? And then
yes.
probably you can
The
try it
next
out.
question is someone is asking, but the question is, it looks confusing, but let me read the question. Maybe someone among you may understand what he's trying to say. Is there any way to be maybe conversating with our seniors? Maybe is it in the group, or like maybe you can specify this question, Galaxy M20, if you are around, maybe you can add more about this question. Let me skip it. Okay. Sadiq Sani is asking, I want to ask if there is any exam after application, maybe for PhD, for masters, for undergraduate, maybe I don't know which states you need to write an exam. Any?
I think
Yeah.
Ms. Khadija can respond to this
Yes,
with bachelor.
for the undergraduate, there is a quantitative exam that you will have when you go for the interview. So basically, the quantitative exam, I remember seeing that it was related to SAT, and I practiced for it. I used SAT, but then when I got there, it had nothing related with SAT. It was like, I don't know, logic questions and some questions. I can't remember even how I answered them, but yeah, I think it's more of like just testing your logic. And sometimes there is, I think, few mathematic questions, which for me, I don't know, I didn't do it in, I don't know, in secondary school, I didn't do that. I think here in Turkey, maybe they did it, but for me, I didn't. So I don't know, like, but some of the questions were like something to do with logic. So yeah, I don't think you should worry too much about the quantitative exams. I think that's the only exam I can remember.
Okay, please, Khadija, can we get samples of those like exams if possible for undergraduate students?
Okay, yeah, possible. I saw there was a YouTube channel that I saw a girl solving it, so I can forward I will forward it to the group.
Okay, thank you. Please, for the masters and PhD, is there any question?
Now, for the master's and PhD, there is nothing like exam. All you need to go is if you are shortlisted, you go for an interview. That's it.
Okay. Abba Abdullah Adam says, thank you for organizing this wonderful session. My question is that I study BSc chemistry and I'm interested in applying for masters in petroleum engineering. So I don't know whether it can happen in Turkey. He studied chemistry, but he want like maybe divert to petroleum engineering. Is it possible?
Yeah, I think so.
After this one, maybe we should take question from those raising their hands. We
Okay,
have
okay, let me
Ambassador
confirm.
Ishaq. Maybe you can be, taking one from this side and
Okay.
another from the other side.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, he was asking like if he did a chemistry, he can run for petrochemicals. He can do petrochemicals actually. But petroleum engineering, I don't think he can do it, but he can do petrochemicals. I think so.
Okay, let me start with
You know,
Ambassador.
there's a difference between petrochemicals and petroleum engineering.
Yes, let
So
me
he
start
can do
with Ambassador
petrochemicals.
Ishaq Abdullah. Please, can you unmute yourself and talk? Ambassador Ishaq Abdullah.
Yes, I'm there. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. And my question is that choosing a course that is being taught in Turkish language, does it increase the chances of winning the scholarship? One. And the second question is that this application for this year 2025 is my, I think, third application. And to the best of my knowledge, I know that all the criteria I have been put in place because I have a CGPA of 4.24, And also, I quite sure alright, have a technical skills, laboratory skills, and what I do. But I always used to have a rejection. So please, what is the secret behind winning such kind of prestigious scholarships? Because we are suffering a lot to hold this scholarship. And please, I wanted you to add me at a group. It's in Telegram, WhatsApp, or something like that. Thank you so much. This is my question.
Okay.
All right. You are welcome, Ambassador Ishaq and Galazi M20. The link to the WhatsApp group is continuously being shared by the co-host. You can check the chat box and you can join. We approve your request to join the group. You're welcome. Dr.
And
Yahya,
please, we don't have Telegram group. If you see Telegram with this name, they are just parenting our groups. We are only having WhatsApp
Then
group.
you might try and create one, I think. It will be good. All right.
On the chat
So,
box, will you put
Ishaq,
the link on the chat box?
I couldn't hear you. Someone is
Do you?
speaking.
Yeah, it is Ishak. I said the link on the WhatsApp. You posted it on the chat box, but I don't see it
Yeah,
actually.
it's there. It's there in the chat box. I have seen it already.
Okay, let me check. Thank you so much, sir. We have
Okay, so with regard to rejection, yeah, I know it isn't easy actually. Writing for different scholarship application getting rejected, but I will tell you something, like you cannot apply to scholarship and be, willing or expected to get it 100%. We know everyone has his luck. Uh, if Allah wants you to do it, you can do it. Definitely, you cannot run away from your, destinies. So someone might do it just once, he can apply once and he can get it. Someone might do it twice and he get rejection. Someone might do it thrice and he get rejection. I will cite an example for you. I wasn't perfect, always perfect. I get rejection. Like it's normal for me. I applied for several scholarship. I can't remember how many, pardon. But I can't say like I win them all. Some of them I get rejection for no reason. I have perfect CGPA. Like I can say I have 5/5. Most of my CGPA is perfect, 100/100, most of it. So I don't have any issue. I have a lot of experience, but I still get rejection. So what you should put in your mind, don't get reluctant if you get rejected. It's not from you. It's you are not destined. The time is not yet. When the time is it, when the right time, you just get it anyhow. This Turkish scholarship, I could remember I applied it in 2019. I get rejection. I applied it in 2021. I get rejection when I was doing my master's in India. I applied it in 2020. I think three times I applied, I get rejection. But in the first time I get it right, I think in 2022. Although that time I was making a lot of mistake, there is no guidance like now you're having anything. I'll just apply it by myself. I don't, no one will tell me do this, don't do this. I'm just trying by myself. I don't even know how to do it, some of them. I could remember this AC when they asked me how to write my SOP. I was just, writing normal letter. Like I'm just writing a letter to them when I was applying in 2019. I could remember that because I don't have that experience. So you can say, actually, I can say some point you might be made mistake if you're applying for postgraduate scholarship. If you have a perfect CGPA, you have an experience. One point that you might be weak on it is with regard to your writing. Okay, research proposal, SOP, and then also check with your letter of recommendation. What are they writing there? If they can give you a copy of the letter, right? Or of course, this Turkish scholarship is not online, so they give you a copy. If they give you a good recommendation, also it helps. So check your writing, what they call it, research proposal, SOP, and everything that has to do with writing. Make it perfect. And also, if you have a publication, like one or two journal publication, it will help you also to scale through. And then pray. Yeah, the most important thing is pray. I can't say like you can get it if you do this, but I think your mistake might come from writing. If you have everything perfectly arranged, then it might come from a mistake. Also, you were asking about application, right? What does you say, Isaac?
Chuck, can you, okay?
Okay. The second question is that about the application. Hello,
Have,
can you hear me?
Yes, about
Yeah,
that.
you said
is the question answered or there is
I
something
think
that you want?
visualization. I think like you said application.
No, I don't think
Is
so.
that?
There is any
I
question
th-
regarding.
his
I
I
don't
question.
think
think,
so. There is any question
Okay.
regarding the application, and I
I
have the
think,
publications. I have two publications because
I think, Ishak,
I
what you
check
should
out
do
most
now
countries.
about this issue, maybe you are in the group, maybe there are some key points you are missing. You are in the group, there are so many people that are having more experience regarding the scholarship application, some in US across the globe. Therefore, they may
Oh,
guide you or they may like help you through. We are
Yeah,
always
they
asking on
might be
WhatsApp,
able
you
to.
can ask
Yeah.
questions anytime regarding the
thank
application
you. So,
process. Okay.
what
Then
about
the next question
yes?
from the chat box is someone is saying I'm not seeing my secondary school in the list of the school. Yes, I know most school they are like they have like robust database. When you click on your school, you'll see all the schools like from secondary down like up to university. But someone is asking because secondary school, he's not seeing his secondary school.
Banduwa,
If you okay.
status?
Please, Zayed Abakar, I mute you almost 10 times. Please, I'm sorry.
If you couldn't find your secondary school, you can use others. Definitely, if there is no your secondary is not included, then there is other section. Select other and then input your secondary school manually. You can do that.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for this question.
Dr.
Please,
Awa, let's have an PR also
yes,
from.
Anapi, please talk.
Thank you very much for this wonderful session. Yeah, my question is very simple.
Zaparo.
Yeah, I just want to ask whether this is applicable to Turkeys as well. Is it mandatory for someone who want to apply for scholarship to get advisor first in Turkeys, like in some other country do?
No, it's not. But if you can get one, it will help you also. He can give you if he can give you a recommendation later, then I think it's a go. But it's not compulsory actually. When you come here, you are not just starting your university. You're undergoing through Turkish language and all that. Then when you registered with your school, the university at the end, after 1 year, they will let you choose your supervisor. You could go and meet your supervisor, discuss with him. If you are okay with him, then fine. If you're not okay with him, they can reassign another supervisor for you. So it's not compulsory. But if you can get one, is we are just thinking ahead. If you can get a supervisor from Turkey and he can give you a recommendation later, I think it's a plus point for you. Actually, it will help. Thank you so
Okay.
much, Anapi.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you
Haya.
very much for this
Mohammed Bello
answer.
is saying, can I apply medicine and surgery with BSc result?
Medicine and surgery with BSc, of course you can. Why not?
Okay, thank you. Please,
Medicine and surgery,
Dr.
yeah.
Awa, Dr. Awa,
yes.
let's take all those people raising their hand because most of the questions they're asking in the chat box, I think, very, very simple question. Those they
Okay,
can
please, Lukman,
find out.
can you talk? Unmute and talk, please, Lukman.
Yes, sir. Compliments of the moment to you all, and thank you very much for giving us this wonderful opportunity. Thank you for guiding us across all applications. My question is, there are people with sickle cell anemia, or let me say sickle cell disorder, who also want to apply for Turkey. Do you think Turkey is a goal for them? Because like Malaysia, for example, they don't welcome people like that. But European countries and America, they welcome students or applicants, let me say, with that kind of disorder. So do you recommend this Turkey bursary scholarship for people like that? And can they also include it in the SOP, especially if they have interest in doing their masters with research focus on that area? Maybe they state that they have personal experience with it. That's why they also want to do a master course, which will help them do research in that kind of disorder. That's my question, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lukman. Yes, of course. They accommodate people with special needs. You don't say disorder, we say special need. Yes, of course, they included them and they give them quota for their scholarship also. They have a special quota. And also, with respect to your health issue, you don't have any problem here. They have what they call perfect health insurance on all of your medicine. You can go to world-class hospitals here to, take over your medical bills free of charge. You don't have to pay. I could remember if I go to any hospital, like I can't say I'm not in Istanbul, but the hospital that I'm seeing is all of Nigeria. There is nothing like this in Nigeria. It's big hospital. Whatever you need, you have it. Privately, they will take care of you. I could remember I just used to spend like 150 TL, and all of the bills is taken care by the ATB. And also, they will let you do your research with whatever you want. Actually, it depends with you. You are the one doing the research, and especially if it is of interest to the Turkish government, you might get even sponsorship from the what they call it Tubitet. They used to sponsor some research also. So if it is an important research, you might get an extra how can I say, money from TB or TBTT. What do they call it? Like I have forgotten. I just said it, but I forgot it. Tubitet, yeah,
Tubitat,
Tubitet.
sir.
Yeah, Tubitet. Thank you, Kevin. Like right now, I am having some fun from them. So if it's of interest to the Turkish government, your research focus, they will help you actually. All right,
Thank
Kabir,
you.
you can
Thank
take
you,
over.
Mr. Aya. Thank
All
you,
right,
Dr. Please,
you're
Naima,
welcome.
can you talk? Can you unmute and talk? Naima.
Nima, I think.
Okay.
Nima, sorry.
Someone asked a similar question to what I want to ask, and it's in regards to doing masters, about studying something different from what you studied at undergrad. I studied English, but I want to do my masters in business admin. Is that possible? Hello, can you hear me, please?
Kevin?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
we
is
can hear you.
possible.
Kevin, yeah.
It is possible. I received a similar question about a lady studying nursing and wants to, I mean, diploma in agri, going to do nursing. So, uh, Turkish scholarship doesn't have too much limitations to what you can study. Put in your application. Um, you have list of schools to select what you want to study. Like it's mostly us in Nigeria that you have to study. Like what is I'm speaking Turkish now. It has to be in not in it has to be aligned with what you studied in your bachelor. But actually, you can study, for example, architecture here. If you want to switch to agriculture, it's your choice. So they let you go for that if you are lucky.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Kabir. Please, Napiu Salisu, can you talk?
Yes. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you for this wonderful session. I want to ask some question regarding the application review process. I want to know how long it will take for a PhD application review process to be complete. That's number one question. And secondly, I want to know if this particular session is specifically for Turkish scholarship, or you can give some hint regarding the other scholarship like Europe or Australian scholarship. Thank you so much.
Maybe I can answer the second question, please. Mr. Aya, Khadija, Dr. Kabiru, can you answer the first question? I will answer the second
I
question.
think Kabir is in church, right? Or is he not wrong?
It's not
Okay,
wrong.
it was about the first question was about what?
Application period, review time.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it takes about 4 to 5 months. Like the application will be closed around February, and results are out around June, July. So by August, you'll be able to like start your visa application
Okay, for
processes.
the second question, Mr. Napiu, this session is only for Turkish government scholarship. We usually organize sessions for when the application usually opens. We select like one of the application and we invite those with experience and those who like won the scholarship before, and they will come and share with us their experience. Thank you. Please, Paika, can you talk? I think Mr. Napiu, we have answered our question, right? Your question, right?
Yes, yes, I got it. Thank you so much for
We
your
have group
clarification.
WhatsApp. If you can join, you can see the update of our next webinars that we usually organize.
I will join. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity and thank you so much for your time. I'll ask my questions one after the other. So I've already started my application, and at the reference section, I noticed that there's medicine, then in bracket English, and also medicine in brackets, the word I cannot really pronounce. It starts with B. And also universities where the language is in English, Turkish, and another language also. Does it mean that you don't have to go through the 1-year Turkish language training because of the English?
You have to have a minimum requirement of a Turkish language, which is B2 level, most universities, for you to study in Turkey. Whether your course is going to be in English, German, or whatever, you have to have that B2 level of Turkish language for you to be able to live in Turkey, for you to be able to communicate with the locals. So that's why they are making it a mandatory for you to go for 1 year Turkish language course before you enroll into your selected program in the university. And for the next other question about reference, I don't know what Turkish word was that. If you can share it in the group, we'll be able to see what might probably be the problem with your application and we can help you further.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gary. Please, if you have asked your question in chat box, you don't need to raise your hand here. Please.
I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, doctor. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we have been talking about scholarship. Getting the scholarship is one thing, maintaining the scholarship is another. What are the expectations of this scholarship? What does the Turkish government want you to maintain for you to continue to sustain this scholarship over the period of your stay?
Actually, I co-asked this question, and I would like to append my part. Like, will they terminate maybe your scholarship in case of poor performance or misconduct or something? Like, what are the expectations? Thank you.
Yeah, I was thinking that we will discuss that in the part of living in Turkey as a scholar, but let's quickly chip in here. Well, studying in Turkey, of course, you have to go to school. For bachelors, there is minimum attendance that you have to be attending, like 70% attendance for all the courses that you are offering in the university. Each end of the session, you have to upload your transcript on this system that you are making the application with, from which they will be monitoring your studies, which is the scholarship body. All the universities with the the Turkish students are having direct database that they are monitoring the development and the performance of each student. If you are not able to get a minimum requirement of 2.5, I think, or I don't remember the exact one, but I think I will share it with the group.
Yes, it's
They,
2.5 for bachelor's.
yeah, 2.5 for bachelors. You receive a warning. How do you receive a warning? They cut your stipend to 50%. They slice it down
Yes,
to
50%.
50%. And that's a warning for you to go back to doing good. And if they see that they are wasting their time on you, they can terminate your scholarship. Something goes for masters and PhD. Masters and PhD is mostly coursework, so I don't think there is a problem with that. The problem comes in when you are done with your coursework, but you couldn't finish your thesis or you couldn't pass your candidacy exam. That is when and also you have a period of time to finish your studies. Like if it is a 4 years course, you have to finish it like in minimum of 4 or 5 years with the language. If you cannot finish it in 4 years or 5 years, then you will be able, I mean, you'll be receiving 50% of what they're giving you as stipend. Something goes for PhD. If you couldn't finish your uh, thesis on time and you're supposed to graduate in 4 years, but you extended your program to like 5 or 6 years, they can still give you, I mean, pay for your health insurance, pay for your tuition fee and everything. It's only stipend that they will be giving you 50%. At some point, they can even terminate your stipend completely, but just keep on paying for your tuition till you are done with your studies.
Thank you, Dr. Kabir, for this wonderful answer, and Dr. Haya. Please,
Uh,
Bashir Musa.
Please, this Galaxy M20, Galaxy M20 shoe.
Okay, Galaxy M20.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, Galaxy
Assalamu alaikum.
M20. You are welcome.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. We can hear you.
Good evening to you, sir. My question is that I'm undergraduate, and I want to ask you a question about. I see the issue about the age limit. Who can study? Who want to apply to study for bachelor's? The rate under 21 years. So, sir, you know there is issue. You may cannot get your scholarship at once. You maybe apply it twice, thrice, first. So, sir, at that time you apply it by maybe example you have 20 years or 21 years. So, but you couldn't get it first time. Maybe you will try it by post. So, at that time you reach at least 22 or 23 years. So, what the issue coming out about that?
Khadija.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, we can
They will
hear
answer
you.
you. They will answer you.
Okay, let me just brush up. Maybe they're not on. Okay, with respect to age limit, it's actually
Hello, sir?
you cannot go against it. If you are over 21 years, you cannot enroll in undergraduate studies because here in Turkey, mostly they finish their secondary school at 18. So you have to enroll between 18, 19, or 20 years. Mostly they are enrolling into university before 20 years. So after 21 years, you cannot enroll into undergraduate. And also the same goes with masters. If you are over 30 years, then you cannot enroll. And for PhD, it's over 35 years. If you are more than 35 years, you cannot enroll into PhD. So this is compulsory actually. You cannot run away from it. So you might hello?
Okay, Bashir,
Bashir?
please can
Okay.
you unmute yourself and ask question?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I have just two questions. The first is between Diyanat and the Turkey government scholarship, which is more preferable for the Islamic student? That is the first question. And the second one is the second question is, is it allowed for a student to apply with it to home? Yeah, that is the two questions only. Thank you very much.
You mean to whom as a recommendation later? I didn't get that part. But for Diyanet and Turkish Bursalari, Diyanet is a scholarship body on its own. Like it is an Islamic related organization, non-governmental. Actually, I don't know whether it's affiliated to government or not. But Diyanet is Islamic organization of itself that is giving scholarship to religion-related courses for people in Africa or Yemen, Afghanistan, so like those Muslim countries. If you can get a scholarship through Diyanet, if your course is related to religion or Islam or whatever, yeah, it's fine. You can get it from that. However, that does not limit your chances for getting to the Turkish government scholarship. I just remember one very important point that I need to mention. I don't know whether it's still there or not. So when applying for Turkish scholarship, you have option of applying for Islamic Development Bank as well. If you reach that point where Islamic Development Bank is still affiliated with this Turkish scholarship, you can select that I want to also apply for Islamic Development Bank, because Islamic Development Bank scholarship, it's like when it comes to the stipend, it stands a better, strong stipend than the Turkish scholarship. So to answer your question, you can apply for both and try your luck. Dianet might give you a better chance, but Turkish scholarship too can give you the chance of studying in Islamic studies or whatever course you wish to study.
Is it all, Bashir? Okay.
Yeah, there are another questions.
Well, I
The question
think
is
I would like to advise, please, sorry, Bashir, I would like to advise those of you that are not in the WhatsApp group, we have shared the link. The link is there. We may not be able to attend to all your questions during this webinar session. So you can quickly join the group. We are all available. We will be there to respond to you as much as we can. The link is there. Please, you can ask some of the questions in the group, because some of the questions are just, general questions that, can be attended to later. So instead of holding people here and then you're asking a different question entirely, please, you can just ask in the group and then we attend to you. Thank you.
well, thank you, sir. But my question is important questions. Please, can I ask?
Please, if the question is related to Turkish government scholarship, you can ask. If it is something relevant to other scholarship, maybe you can ask in the group.
Yeah, it has relationship. The question is issue of to whom. Like I'm postgraduate student. I done my master's degree, but I yet to receive the certificate. But I have a to whom. Can I apply for Turkey government scholarship with my to whom?
Yes, you can. As
Okay, thank you.
as a notification of result, right?
Okay,
You
yes,
can apply
yes,
with
yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah, okay, you can apply with that.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Bashir. Please, Aishat, the floor is yours. Aishat.
Okay, thank you very much for this wonderful session. Please, my question is that how can you know that you aren't among the shortlisted scholars? Thank you.
Around June, July, if you do receive any email, just probably you already get your answer. But if they are sending rejection later, so like acceptance later, around June, July. So when you are accepted, they will congratulate you and send you your acceptance later. Likewise, if you are rejected, they will send you a letter for that too.
Okay,
So
thank
they
you,
will
Dr.
notify you.
Khair, please, can you talk? Khair. Okay, if she's not around, please. Egwani, can you unmute your mic and talk? Egwani. I think they are all not. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity. Please, my question is about the graduation opportunities in this Turkish bursary scholarship. So my first question is, are there any obligations to return to my home country after completing the program? And also, what are maybe the networking or career opportunities available for the alumni? Maybe the communities that will provide support maybe after graduation for you to help you in search of jobs or any other further opportunities. Thank you very much.
I will quickly respond to this. Yes, there is something they call Turkey alumni. Like Turkey, the beneficiaries of this scholarship have an alumni body from which if you graduate, like I'm a member already because I did my master's here, so I'm a member of that community. They are sharing job opportunities to the alumni members and you can apply. You can also get a recommendation later from them if you want to proceed with something similar. Turkish companies, government-related organizations, especially in a field that is foreign related. For example, international applicants is needed in a company. They prefer those people that study in Turkey. I have few friends that got a job with Turkish Airlines, and what it's a new system that they just started in Turkish Airlines, and it's for those people, those student, international students that study in Turkey. So like it's an opportunity for them to get a job easily. Going back to the question of going back to your country, if you can get a job here, there is no obligation for you to go back to your country. You can only stay in Turkey legally. Like after you're done with your study, you can notify the scholarship board, they can provide you your flight tickets to go back. However, if you have a means of staying in the country legally, studying maybe BSc, PhD, or whatever, or getting a job and staying in Turkey, you can do that.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Bashir, for this answer. Please, Khair, if you're around, you can talk. If not, I'm going back to the chat box. Okay, let's go back to the chat box. I will be rushing to the questions. I'll be rushing actually. This question, it is Khair questions also. Thank you for all your wonderful effort. Please, is there a PhD statistic fully funded scholarship? If yes, we can move on. Dr. Kabir, is it yes?
PhD what?
PhD in statistics.
Yes.
Okay. Another person, I have already started my application, and at reference sections, I noticed that there is medicine English. Okay, where language is no English. Does this mean that you don't have to go through 1 year Turkish language training?
Yes.
No,
Oh, wait. I don't know if that is undergraduate or master's, but
Maybe you can give the answer on undergraduate, and maybe you can give us
The
maybe.
answer is yes. Whatever you do, you have to undergo your Turkish program. Unless
yeah,
if you have a
except if
TOEML.
yeah.
If you don't have a
Except what?
TOEML result, then you have to do
Yeah.
1 year language course. It's
Okay.
compulsory.
Or if you are studying Turkish, if you are coming to Turkey to study Turkish as bachelor or whatever, you don't need to go to TOEML. That's another case too.
Okay. Mugira is saying, MSc student from India. I joined this session late. My question is that about selection university. I was confused. Please summarize the point on it. I think we talk about this, right?
The recording will be available for them to access.
Yes. I want to ask important questions, and I feel we have done with you. Okay, Bashir Musa is also his question. Is necessary to fill out the work experience section on the application form? Is it necessary?
Shall I go or should Kabir go? Well, actually, it's important. I can't say it's necessary, but it's very important because it's a very competitive opportunity. So yes, I'll give this.
Okay. I fill
All right.
everything in application, but submit is hard every place. Maybe you can join the group WhatsApp, ask the question, they will guide you. We are already there to guide you also. Is it easy to get scholarship for architecture and surgery, and what university do you recommend? Maybe these questions have been answered before. Okay, Mariam. And please, when is the interview? Before admission or after admission?
Well, actually, the interview is after you get the scholarship. They will
Khadija
give
already
you.
answered this question. Okay.
Okay, then let's move on.
Okay, this also Khadija answered the question.
And mind you, okay,
Continue.
go ahead.
Continue, Doctor.
Being called for interview doesn't actually guarantee your shortlisting to the university. I have few
Yeah.
friends that were called for the interview. After the interview, they studied their bachelor here, they're in Turkey, and they are not being able, they didn't get the scholarship. So,
Okay.
to just add to this, I want to say something really quick. Personalize your application, please. Sell yourself in the best way possible to convince them that, yes, I should hire this person. I mean, I should give a chance to this person. When you go for your appointment as well, for your interview, do the same thing. I believe one of the things that got me this scholarship was after answering the questions that they said, saying gule gule. The only Turkish language I know, the word I know back then was gule gule, which is bye bye. While I was living, they looked at each other and laughed. Like, I don't know. When I go out of that hole, I just reassured myself that I got it. Few days later, I received my acceptance letter. So
Thank
be
you.
natural on yourself and keep the praise.
Thank you. How Ali is saying, thank you for your special time. May Allah bless you all. I mean, my question is that what is the what shall we expect? What shall we be expecting in the interview process? We have three categories. Maybe you can talk, please. What are they going to expect in the interview process?
Anything. Let me just tell you that anything. Like your background, if you have research background, they might ask you that. They might ask you personal information because, like, from experience, they ask me my research interest, why I choose to study in Turkey, why
Yes.
shouldn't I go to any other country? I studied
Yes.
my
This is
master's
a
here. Why
key
do I have to
question.
go to another country?
This is a key question actually. They used to ask because, especially for Nigerians, most of Nigerians used to go to America, Canada, Germany, Europe. Then why Turkey? Why do you want to come to Turkey? And then, oh, sorry, why not the other countries? Why do you want to come to Turkey? They used to ask this question also. You have to personalize your answer. Yeah.
They love this country and they love their country.
Yeah. They love
Say a
their
lie
country.
to them, say a lie to them, they'll give you the scholarship. They are
Yeah.
such nationalists. So
Okay.
Yeah. They're
Thank you.
nationalists.
Aisha is saying, please, what are the best medical university offering physiotherapy in English for postgraduate studies, not only in Istanbul?
I think you should check this on Google. It will be better. Or
Okay.
ChatGPT. You should, because like if you are saying the best university, well, don't expect to get the best university. You cannot choose your university actually. It is the admission committee that will decide which university you go. So even if you put in university A, they might end up giving you university Z. You understand? So there's you just you are just selecting, but they might not give they might give you out of it. You might, let's say you select 12 university and none of them will come out. Maybe another university, which they deem possible, they will just give it to you. So you cannot expect to go to the best university. No, actually, I'll give it a no. Because when I choose my university, all of them, they are the best university in Turkey, the ones I choose, but none of them came out. Although I have copied everything, but they give you something else. But I appreciate it because
Okay.
here is quite, or yeah, anywhere you find yourself, you can be the best. It doesn't matter the university, it doesn't matter. Just what matters is you. You can be the best wherever you are. If you are in Nigeria, you can be your best. It doesn't matter the university. Is what matters is you, what you are doing. So do your job and you'll be the best and the brightest student all over the world, not only in Turkey.
Thank
It's
you.
not the university that matters. But you
Uh,
can check on Google, actually. That will suit you.
Bashir Tijani Saleh is saying, I had created a profile while pursuing my undergraduate studies, but did not complete my applications. Means he has like an uncompleted application already during his undergraduate studies. Will it be advisable to use the existing profile or shall I create a new one? He has a BSc education in physics. I want to focus on is there any chance for me mm, to apply to a physics or MSc program? I think the second part of the question has been answered. You can switch to any, it's
Yeah.
flexible. But the first question,
Actually, it's not only in Turkey, worldwide nowadays, it's only in
yes,
Nigeria that we have this mentality. I don't know why. But
okay.
any part of the world, you can choose anywhere you want. For instance, I studied civil engineering. I shifted and did a postgraduate diploma in health. You can say engineering and health. It doesn't align actually, but I did it. Whatever you want to do, you can do it actually. It's just about you.
So the first part of the question regarding the profile, he has existing profile but uncompleted
I think
application.
like the best thing is you continue using your existing profile. This will give the selection committee an idea that this person has been chasing Turkish scholarship. This is not his first time. He keep chasing it, and they might even feel sorry for you and let's just give him for the last time maybe. They might think so. So I think it's better. It's an added advantage for you actually. You can continue with your existing application, just modify your information and ensure it is up to date and ensure all the typos you made before you edited them right now. Your new details, you include everything, your master's, sorry, your bachelor's degree and the other certifications that you had, you have to add them all over nowadays. So renew it and use your existing application. I think there won't be any issue. Thank you.
I think that if we take these two more people raising their hands, I think for the question and answer
Can I
session.
just add something to what Yahya said?
Okay, Khadija.
Sure.
So like just to make sure, there are two sections when applying for the scholarship. So you have to finish, I think, as Kabir showed, like you should make sure you finish the first section and then move on to the second section, just so that you make sure you complete all. Don't leave it till last minute to finish the second section, because I made that mistake when applying. I left it, then I realized the letter of intent was in the second section actually.
Okay, thank you, Khadija. Please, Khair, can you talk if you are around? Khair is not available again. I will lower the hand. Please, Abdurrahman, can you talk? Unmute yourself and talk. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Actually, my question is, as a bachelor student who want to study masters in Turkish, so can I apply more than one scholarship? That is my question.
More than one scholarship. Turkish scholarship is a scholarship on its own. Are you asking like apply another scholarship apart from Turkish scholarship?
No,
Sorry,
he mean like in Turkey
for masters who wants to
there
study
are
masters
actually
in
some
Turkish.
scholarship. Let me brush it up. We have what we call Turkish scholarship. We have Diyanet scholarship here in Turkey, and we have Turkey and Islamic Development Bank scholarship. It's kind of merger. So you can apply for Diyanet and Turkish scholarship at the same time. That's no problem. You can but you cannot apply with Turkish scholarship and then Turkish ISDB, yani Islamic Development Bank at the same time. You have to choose one of the two. You can't do the two at the same time because you use the same application system. So you can use only one. You can either do Turkey Vaslari, or you can use Turkey Vaslari / ISDB application. So you can't use the two at the same time. I think that's what he means.
Okay. Thank you,
All
Dr.
right.
Haya. Please, Khair, please, you raise your hand again.
This Dr. Awal, let me read the question from the chat box from Infinix Hot 10, right? Or is the same person raising his hand?
Yes, it's the same person raising his hand.
And there's actually no. So which way should we go? Should I just read the question or
Let him talk. I think. Infinix Hot 10, please. Can you talk?
maybe we should just take the question? And like questions like this, we can just ask in the WhatsApp group, and we have members who are still joining. So I mean, like it would benefit many
Assalamu alaikum
people
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
in the webinar series.
Walaikum assalam.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I didn't join the chat on time, so I didn't know if you've already answered the question. So the question is that I've started my application, but I've finished the letter of intent, but there are some other boxes that I still need to fix under it. But I don't really understand the question. So I'm like, if there's anybody here that can shed light on the question, because I can't really comprehend the question.
What is the question about?
I think
I'm coming. Let me read it out.
Is it
Can I read
Turkish
it
or
out?
English? Yeah.
Okay. In this section, you are asked to give example of general knowledge about an academic study in Turkey. The proposal that you propose in this section is not binding. Should I continue?
Okay.
You have an idea what I'm
Yeah,
going
I
to?
give an idea. You just have to give a proposal. You are doing a master's or PhD, maybe. I think you're into research, right? You're applying for a
Yeah,
research
I
scholarship.
did my
Okay.
BSc.
Okay, then like what they want you from there is like letter of intent, or we call it SOP. And then like in this part, you're going to write your experience with Turkey. What do you know about Turkey? Why do you want to come to Turkey? This is just what is explaining. Are you conversant with this education system in Turkey? Why do you choose Turkey? That's what you just have to give them like the save of competence. Why do you want to come to our country? This is what they need there actually. You should have to answer this in that place. I think that would do. Do you have other question?
Another one. I noticed
Yeah.
that I can't choose the university I want. It's like the list of universities are already generated
university
there.
do you want to? You want to go to Istanbul, Abi?
Yeah,
There you
something
want to
like
go.
that.
Yeah, I know now. Most of the people they won't go Istanbul. I know that one, sure. Anyway, actually, like, if it is a private university, you cannot have it there. It's only public university that you are having here, over there, and it doesn't matter actually. Whatever you choose, in Istanbul, in Ankara, you might choose Istanbul, and they will send you to Syrian border. It doesn't matter. You might choose Istanbul, they will send you to Izmir. It doesn't matter. So. You can choose universities, okay? If you are lucky enough, you can get the university that you have chosen. But actually, they just decide and give you whatever they want at the university. But like most of the university is there, like public university, most of them they're in the system, but they don't offer into private university. However, if you are studying here on yourself as a self-funding student, they give a scholarship also at the same time for the private university student. Even the students are not receiving scholarship, they give them a special scholarship. So I think they will answer your question, right? Do you have any other one?
Yes.
All
So
right,
it's
thank
not
you.
only university that are fixed, even the courses too is
Mm.
fixed. Because the
Yeah,
course
it's
I really
fixed.
want is
Everything.
not
No, the courses will be related to a field of education, actually. It's fixed. They will
yes,
give you.
yes.
Yeah. For instance, if you studied you did bachelor's, right?
Yes.
What did you do in
I
your
studied food
bachelor?
science. I
Okay,
wanted
if you
food
study food
science.
science and technology, yeah, they will give you.
Yes.
Should I give you a hint where you should go?
Yes.
Choose Gaziantep. Do you know
Okay.
why? Yeah,
Why?
because how can I say, it's the delicate city of Turkey. When you are discussing about food and food technology, it is based in Gaziantep. So they might give you actually, it is the best in Turkey, especially when it comes to foods. So if you test Gaziantep food, is different from the rest of the Turkey actually. So this is where it comes from. But it's not like Istanbul, that there is a lot of opportunity, especially work. There's a lot of work, international relations, and a lot of companies here also. And it's quite cheaper. But with respect to food science, choose Gaziantep or choose anything like Kahramanmaraş. They have university there. You can choose from there. You can choose from Adana also. It's all this area. Anatolian region, they call it Anatolian region. From that region, if you choose the university with food science, I'm sure they will give you a university from that side. But it's not binding. It's not binding actually. They might decide to give you anything they want.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
You're
sir.
Hassan.
welcome. You're welcome.
Please, Umm Khair, please.
I'm here. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. My question is, my BSc was on statistics, then my master's too, statistics. So I
Okay.
intend going for a PhD, but you know, Nigeria and its situation. So I'm kind of looking out for a fully funded package that can support PhD. So I don't know which part am I supposed to be looking out for, because actually I've not started filling anything yet. In fact, I just came across the flyer for this webinar, so I decided to join.
Okay,
And the
Umulkere, let
conversation.
me give you an example. Are you looking
Okay.
for money?
No, I just want my studies covered, everything.
Okay, then
Probably
it's good for you.
accommodation.
Turkish Scholarship covered everything. They'll give you flight ticket, health insurance, tuition fees, everything. Like if you came here, you don't have to spend even a kobo. They cover everything for you. But the real issue is the stipend. We are having issue with them. Actually, they are having a decline currency here in Turkey. Before, it was enough. Actually, it is more than enough. But now their currency is getting lower, and they are not increasing the stipend. This is why we are having issue. But like with respect to resident and all this, you don't have issue. And as a PhD student, you have a great opportunity. Actually, you can find side hustles to do. We in Nigeria, we always find our ways.
Another question. I heard you earlier speak about the age category. So actually,
Yeah,
I'm 35 now.
yeah,
So am
you're
I
okay. Yeah,
okay?
35 is 30. If you reach 35, then you cannot. But if you are 34, then you're okay with it. You can get.
No, 35 already.
You are 35 already.
Yes.
How is it like 1 or 2 months or more than that?
No, like just 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's okay. Just put it. It's 35 is just the same. It's more than 35 days. You know, so we say 36. If you are 36, just try. The
All right.
system will accept it. If the system doesn't accept it, then you cannot do it actually. But I think it will work because it's more than 35, not before 35. So more than it means like anything after 35. So maybe 1 year it might be. Just try. Maybe it will work.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Thank you.
Please, Paika, ask your question.
Yes. Please, can you answer my questions on the chat box? There are just a few questions left, like
Please
three
ask
questions there.
ask them here because
Yeah,
you are
why not? You can go ahead. Let's do it.
Okay, then the question is that I want to ask Khadija. She said that
Okay.
she's been studying, or she studied dentistry. So
She's
was
studying
it then?
dentistry.
Okay, so was it dentistry she applied for at the time, or was she given dentistry which she did not apply for?
Khadija?
As in,
I
instead
think,
of the course you applied for, you're given another course.
yeah, it may actually I think she's out of let me call her
Okay,
because
so
she's
I applied for like 6 universities, and dentistry was my fourth choice. My first three choices were all medicine, and they gave me my fourth choice. So yes. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you. And then last one, it's more of a request. And please, can you share any other scholarship opportunities for undergraduates in any other countries? Since you see, it's wise to try various scholarship opportunities, just like you all did. And I don't really have a certainty that I would get this scholarship. And please, do you have any information
Once
on
you are in
Qatar
our group
University
WhatsApp,
scholarship?
you will get many scholarship. Like you will feel tired applying undergraduate scholarship, and maybe you can reach
Okay.
Khadija direct. Maybe she has some maybe other opportunities for undergraduate scholarship, I guess.
Okay, I just joined the WhatsApp group, so I didn't really notice.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me go to the chat box. I think we finish with what we are having in the group in the members area. Okay.
As you are looking for the question, I want to add something very that I believe is really important when filling in the section of letter of intent, proposal, and stuff. There is a section that says if you want to add anything, like further, if you want to add details that you think you didn't mention before, I think it's like 2, 3 paragraph. You can add it there. It's optional. I know that most people do tends to neglect it, but I would advise on you to put something really catchy there. You might be thinking that it's something that is not important because it's optional, it's not required of you. But put in something that can take the attention of maybe the evaluator, if I'm the one, there as an optional, something that is not worthy and lengthy for me to go through. It might catch my attention and it might be probably the reason why they can offer the scholarship to you. There, put something probably related to Turkey or your passion for the study, because there is not something that is entirely related to your academic background. Anything that you want to add, you can add it there. Of course, I'm not expecting you to be begging for the scholarship, but just make them see that they should give the scholarship to you. So please fill into that part section too. I think it's really important.
Okay, I think in the chat box we don't have much question. All the questions like they come here, and we have answered them. Please, I have my own question also. My questions, there are many, but you have answered many of them along the way. Uh, please, the first question is that I know most of this international scholarship. I know Turkish, maybe Australian government, uh, April, like French government scholarship, maybe, and the Hong Kong. Maybe they have quotas, maybe each country they have their own quotas. Please, can you like tell us maybe if you have a previous knowledge of what is the numbers of Nigerians used to get this scholarship every year, like that is the first question. And the second question is that what of someone, like for those who are like going for a PhD, most of them they used to get family. Is there any like special package for your family, or is it only for you? Therefore, you will have another means to cover for your family. That is the second question. Then the third question is that regarding the research proposal, are you going to like you must work on the research proposal you submitted during the application, or is it like just for application purpose? When you get the scholarship, maybe the research domain may change depending on what you discuss with your supervisor. That is the third question. Maybe the last question is for the undergraduate scholarship actually. Maybe you can finish with this one, maybe if I can get it.
Okay, you want to kill us with questions?
Please, I'm more interested in especially this undergraduate scholarship. Thank you.
Well, for the quota, is- um I don't have the exact number of each country and the allocation for each country, but I know that uh, it's a scholarship that about 170,000 applicants from different parts of the world, and they share it amongst those countries. I think last taking was they offered the scholarship to about 5,000 applicants across those 170,000 applicants from different countries. So I'm not really sure about the quota. One thing that I know is, um, they're asking you, how do you find us, or like, how do you find this scholarship? Sometimes when you have a beneficiary from your family or a friend, that kind of reduces your chance because they are trying to, it's
Yeah,
politics. They are trying to be known all over the world. So they already gave somebody from my family. Probably they might consider giving somebody that was not a beneficiary. The second question about
coming with family.
yeah, family. There is no space. Whatever you are getting as a PhD student or master student, that's what you'll be sharing with your family. Yes, I'm sorry
For
for
the, for the research
that.
proposal again.
The research proposal, whatever you put on your application phase, is not necessarily for you to proceed with your PhD. If you want to do that for your masters, you can go ahead. Like
Okay.
what I put during my master's application was my undergraduate project actually.
Okay, thank you. Please, for these questions goes to undergraduate application. Please, maybe Khadija, you may have more knowledge about it. Please, what are the like? I know document may varies from the up from the like postgraduate and undergraduate. What are the like basic document needed for that application? When someone is coming from secondary school, he want to apply for universities, like he may get confused. He need like actual like direction for him to scale through. That is number one. Uh, for number two, like yes, I asked this already. Like maybe you can share with us some of the like maybe template or like some examples or some videos of like about like the reasoning test you took. Therefore, I can share with our younger ones. Therefore, for the guidance. And maybe if it's WAEC, do they consider grade in WAEC or something? Thank you, Khadija.
Okay, so for like you need transcript, for example, if you don't have WAEC results yet, you can use your transcript from your secondary school, so the latest one that you can get from your school. And then, but if you have WAEC results, of course, you have to upload it and your JAM. So the JAM, they also like when going for example, interview, they need like the, what do you call it? The printed out final number that you got, like the final results you got for the JAM.
So you need JAM also.
Yes, you need to upload JAM. I remember in interview, yeah,
Okay.
for that. Yeah. But just to make sure, because I need to ask someone, because I didn't use WAEC or JAM. So I don't want to say something wrong. I used A levels and GCSE
Okay,
for
okay,
applying. Yes.
okay. Thank you, Khadija.
And
Maybe
what was the second question?
the second question about, like, you said you will provide maybe some resources for, like, for those who are applying, like those who scale for the interview stages. Therefore, I can share with them, like I will guide them through. But you know someone who got the scholarship using WAEC or like Oneko?
Yes, yes, I do know. I know.
Okay,
I
okay. So
yes,
thank you,
yes.
thank you. Okay, I think maybe Dr. Tajuddin, I will give you the floor now. I think we are done with the question and answer sessions, because I can't see like any like question from the chat box.
Sorry, you didn't answer my question. I'm sorry.
Okay, which question did you ask, please?
Yeah, I write in the touch box.
You can ask it direct now, since you have
My
joined.
question is just, please, what is the graduation requirement for masters and for PhD? Like in some countries, some university master's requirement is conference, whilst some is one paper. For PhD is two paper in some universities, while some universities is one paper. So, like in Turkey, so what is the requirement for graduation for masters and PhD?
For masters, doctor, you don't have any. It's like your thesis, your master's thesis. You are not obligated to publish any article while you are doing your master's. However, for PhD, you need to attend minimum of 2 conferences and a research paper for
Okay,
you to
thank
be
you.
able to graduate. And mostly, there is a candidacy exam that you have, like it's a must for you to pass it.
Okay, this
The
is great. Thank you.
conference, the congress that you are going for is like not part of what they call TIC. There are stages that you have to pass for PhD. The papers and congress, they call it congress here. The conference attendance is not part of the obligations that you have to do. But those ones that you have that you if you didn't do it, you're not going to graduate is the things that I said. Those ones are like the proposal, the candidacy exam, and your PhD thesis, which you can present in 4 stages. That's what you're going to do. And of course, before that, you definitely need to publish an article. So yeah, I hope this had answered your question.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, please, Pike, are you like you are coming back again? Please, Dr. Tajuddin, the floor maybe I think is yours now.
Well, I think yeah, the I don't have any questions so far,
Someone is again raising his hand. Aisha is here again.
I
Aisha,
think
please,
we can just meet in the group. They can
maybe you can
bring
give them
them
2 minutes, each one, 1 minute, 1 minute. Therefore, we can round up maybe next part.
Because we just wanted to discuss maybe 2 things about life in Turkey. Maybe that one might be later when you get the scholarship, but there are things that you need to know when you are studying in Turkish. I, if you can just give us 5 minutes, we'll be done with it.
Okay, please, 5 minutes. We can finish with this question and answer. Please, Aisha, can you talk?
Okay, my question is that I learned that Dr. Khadija is saying that they can easily change the course that you have applied for. So for the certain specialty I'm going to apply for, will they actually change it for me if they like it from like I'm trying to apply for a specialty in neurological physiotherapy world. So will they change it to like orthopedic physiotherapy or cardiopulmonary physiotherapy or something like that, or pediatric physiotherapy for me?
So from what I know, when you're applying, there's a box that you tick. It will say like, do you agree to change like for the interviewers or like the final people that will decide
Evaluation team.
evaluation committee, do you agree that they should be able to change your course for you? So if you tick that box, then of course like they can do that because it's according to quota. Like each university is according to quota that they give. Like that will increase your chances. So, but if you just want what you the course you just said, then you have to make sure that you put them in all your section and then just tick that box that don't tick that box like you don't want it, like that is the only one you want, like that is the only course that you want. And also like in the one that Kabir said, like in the explanation box, you can see something like that. So like you really want to get into this neurological science because of so reason, you know. So
Okay, thank you, Khadija. Please, I think Muhammad will be the last person raising his hand. Muhammad, can you unmute yourself and talk? Muhammad Ali. Please, can you talk? Muhammad Ali, can you talk?
We cannot hear him. I think he's on
We
mute.
have last question in the chat box. It just
Yes, I
came in.
can see it. I can see it, the last question.
Yes, after thanking the organizers of the webinar, she said she has a background in natural and environmental sciences with a concentration in biomedical sciences. She's interested in pursuing forensic science for her MSc. So apart from the requirement, okay, CGPA proficiency and what have you, the recommendations and all, are there any specific requirement for her transitioning from biomedical sciences to forensic science? For instance, are there particular coursework, research experiences, or skill set that Turkish universities prioritize when evaluating applicants for forensic science programs? And well, the transitioning is possible. This has been asked by various participants. I think you can always transition from any background to another one of your choice. Well, that will still be attended to. The second question is that she had one of the uncles given a recommendation of school. Uncles or speakers? Okay, anyway. A recommendation of school to another lady for a specific, maybe course, yeah, she wants to study. Can I also get a specific school that offers forensic in Turkey? Thank you so much for having the opportunity to be here. Kabir.
There offers like a recommendation for someone. She want to get another recommendation also.
Yes, her course of interest is forensic sciences. So you people should there, okay, along which axis or which state?
I don't want you to get cold treated, but let me tell you this. I think recommending a university that does forensic is not the best at this moment because let's say 60 to 70% of people that got this scholarship, they didn't get it based on the university that they applied for. Maybe the course that you apply for. If I am doing architecture and city planning, or like my major is architecture, I have a lot of options that have architecture in it. Architecture and city planning, architecture and interior design, architecture and whatever, architecture. So in those universities that I'm going to select, and taking the box that Khadija mentioned earlier, that I agree with the evaluation team to select whichever university that they deem fit for me to go and study there, automatically overrides your right to go for the university that you want to study and the course that you want to study. If you are lucky that there is forensic course, you can select strictly forensic or the course that you want to study in those universities. And then to add to that, you can tick that box that you don't want the evaluation committee to select any other university for you. So I think we are just like repeating ourselves because you cannot get what you want directly. You are not selecting only one university. You are selecting like minimum of 6 university, maximum of 12, from which only if you have similar courses, similar universities, that's when you can be able to get what you look for. But if you want, I can recommend some for you. Maybe we can share it in the group. Well, we need to find it from we need to Google the universities that they have in Turkey that specialize in what you want to study, and then you can go for that. But I cannot guarantee that you can be able to get into that university.
Okay, Dr. Khadija, thank you. I think from with this question, we are rounding off. Please, you said you will add something, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to like from experience, Khadija, Dr. Yahya, if you can tell us like the do's and don'ts in Turkey, because if you have before you were offered the scholarship, or maybe in your interview stage, there are things that you need to consider for them to even consider you to give to award the scholarship for you. Likewise, when you're here in Turkey, do's and don'ts from experience of me, from Yahya or Khadija, if you can share it with us, just for us to know. For example, like I'm going first, politics. Try as much as possible, not only in Turkey, but whenever you are going for a scholarship, you are going for a purpose, which is yourself. If you are into politics, put it between you and your country. Don't come and be discussing the politics of another country in another man's land. For example, we're experiencing this being a Turkish scholarship. Some of the locals thinking that the government is giving us opportunities and it's not giving the opportunities to the locals that are here. So you shouldn't be talking that no, I stand a better chance than you, or like I love this president because he did this and that and whatever. Just stay quiet. Be safe. I don't know what Khadija and Yahya can add to this.
Is that a go for me?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, actually, as for me, I all know me. I'm kind of, diverse person. So I dealt with myself into a lot of things, including politics at the same time. But I'm not getting myself caught actually. So, but what I can say is like, you should respect the local tradition and culture. They love their self actually as a Turkish people. They consider their country as the best country, and their culture and language are the best. They don't care whether it is only speaking, they only speak it in Turkey. It's not global language. They see themselves as the best. So don't try to underestimate their country or their tradition or their culture when you come here. Also, you should learn some basic phrases, like for greetings, hello, like goodbye, please. So like you should learn this because I could remember when I came to Turkey, I couldn't even speak. I don't even know how to like board a taxi from the airport to my dorm at that time. So I had a lot of issues. I don't know how to engage with the locals. So at least before coming, try. Although nowadays we have, translators and this all able that translate, so we don't have much issue with it. But at least some basic conversation, be conversant with it, because you don't expect to come here and see people, speaking English. No, I had this experience when I came to Turkey. I was thinking like it's just like other European countries where you go, like you see someone speaking Turkish and at the same time speaking English, bilingual country. No, it's not like this. When you came here, most of them speak Turkish. And if you are opportune to meet someone that speak English, they're always willing to speak English to practice. But most of them actually they speak in Turkish, so you have to be competent, and you should respect their religion. Actually, I can't say they are conservative. I can't say they are conservatives here, but like they, how can I say, show themselves as the best Muslim. This is what they used to, show to the world, like we are the best Muslim. But actually, they are kind of not. Like I would just say, if you are coming from Nigeria, especially from the northern Nigeria, if you came here, you might be thinking like they are not
Let's not
Muslim.
get
Yeah,
into
So we have this
let's not
issue.
get into that, sir. Let's not get
Yes.
into that.
So you have this, you see a lot of people not going to mosques, you go, they don't even care. But you have to respect their religion. If you're a Christian coming to Turkey, consider Turkey as a Muslim country. But the daily behavior is normal. Yeah, it's more like Christian behavior, but they are Muslim. So you have to give them that. Don't, abuse their religion when you came here. Just consider that as a Muslim country. Of course, you are free to wear whatever you want to wear. If you want to wear a shirt, you can wear. It doesn't matter. But don't underestimate someone. Seeing him with shirt and start thinking this is not a Muslim. No, they are Muslim actually. And if you say something bad with regard to Islam or something, you might get yourself into trouble actually in some areas, especially in the eastern region, because they, how can I say, they practice more in their mouth. All right, and then you should also consider using mostly public transportation. Don't I had this experience also. I was using taxi a lot before, but as a foreigner, they used to cheat on us. Actually, I could remember when I first came to Turkey from the airport to my dormitory, they were charging at that time, I think 150 TL. But because I was a foreigner, they asked me to pay around 500 TL. I could remember that time. I paid 500 TL. And you should have your cash in hand when you're coming to Turkey because like they use card actually, but some, especially if you're using taxi, some of them they might prefer, having cash. And then if you can get a change, some Turkish lira in the airport or even in Nigeria before coming over, because they might request dollar from you. It happens to me. He asked me to give him dollar, but already I have did my change, so I give him TL, although it was so expensive. So, but if you are using public transport, it's so cheaper. They don't cheat on you. You just need a card, I think at that time. From the airport, you have Habas buses. They don't need your card. You just have to pay and register, so you can use that at the same time. I think that's all for me. I think it's politics actually. Don't engage yourself into politics. But I'm already into politics, so I don't know what to say. But you should have to be careful actually, especially during elections. You have to keep yourself low. You can do your politics, if you have your, how can I say, good connection, then you can try and do. But if you are just a local, don't just go and see people discussing about politics and just enter into their conversation. Don't do that actually. Just keep away. But if you want to, how can I say, get the big ball, if you know the big guys is, yeah, you can, get to them and they might help you when it comes to Nigerian issues also. You can get some diplomatic issues and help and all that. If I get into trouble, for instance, like I have a lot of people that are into politics that cover me up. So it's kind of, important at the same time, but just keep yourself. Don't get argued. Don't put yourself too much and avoid it. Just let me say, as a fresh, avoid it because it kind of confuses you. And don't engage yourself in public display also. Like, how can I say it? You see people doing things and then you said you want to try it at the same time. No, don't just go ahead and do it. Because some of the people here, they want to do like some stupid stuff, especially the youth here.
We have
It's
less than 7
illegal.
minutes to cover the session completely.
Okay, bye bye. Bye bye. Let me just stop here.
Please,
I'm
Khadija.
okay.
Hello. So for me, what I'll say is know about your country. Like since they're nationalists, they expect you to also be nationalist. So if you know more, like I know, like we complain too much about Nigeria, but to be honest, there is a lot of things. When I came here, I realized that Nigeria, we have it too. And I wish that I added that to my interview, but yeah, Nisi, it's past. But knowing more about your country, it will help you to actually also speak more about things about Nigeria and you can relate it to Turkey. Like these people are very curious people. So I think even in interviews or when you come here, you will meet them and you realize like they start asking you, oh, where are you from, about this and that. And you should have a lot of things to say about like your own country, you know? Uh, and I think it was there was a I had in my interview, what is the relationship between Nigeria and Turkey? So like if I think one example I gave was like we it's so fun, but we drink chai, they like chai too. And we have like nice scenery in Nigeria, so they also have it here. So yeah, like if you can relate with that,
No, I think the best way to relate this is with Ottoman Empire. If you need help with this, you can ask Awal Bongo because they are at the same time, conservative. So if you discuss it with Ottoman Empire, I could remember when they asked me, I said like there was a caliphate from Ottoman Empire. So part of Nigeria was part of, Ottoman Empire. So we are automatically Turkish people. That's what I present ourselves to, because we were, led by Ottoman Empire before. During Ottoman Tampodio, Dionaria, Tuche, She, Osman Tampodio. Yeah, during that time, it was Ottoman Empire that their rule extend to Nigeria at that time. So this is what explore actually, and they love
Yeah,
that part.
and you can add
They're
that to
proud
your
of
list
it.
of
If you tell
interest.
them like Turkey, you were a part of Turkey before, they are very proud of it actually. A lot of people they get joy from it. We are big also. We extend to Africa, even to Nigeria, like so they like this actually.
Khadija,
Okay, I think that is all for me.
Khadija, like you want to add something, right?
Something in your letter of intent if you want, like, as a reason, because I think it's a question too, like, why do you want to come to Turkey as part of the letter of intent? So you can say something like that to, like, there's a relationship between, like, cultures, and you really fancy Turkey culture and whatnot.
Okay, thank you. Please, Dr. Tajuddin, the floor is yours. I'm out as someone who like entertain the question and answers like
This has been your part entirely. I mean, like you should have, gone ahead and rounded it up. Well,
the one who opened the session, please close the session. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you to our speakers for the comprehensive and holistic presentation on the application process, the Turkish scholarship itself, that the unforeseen problems that might arise along the way, and of course our host, Dr. Mohammed Sani. We are always grateful, and I think I will give you the honor to even end the session for us, Dr. Mohammed Sani.
Thank you for inviting me to close this session. This is one of the series of webinars we've been having on scholarship from different countries, and we have been having a lot of resourceful people making wonderful presentations to help our friends to apply for different kind of opportunities around the world. We will continue to organize this kind of webinars with inviting people around the world that are Nigerian citizens to make presentations and to entertain questions from our audience. Thank you, the resource persons. Thank you, moderators. And we wish to see everyone in the near future. Have a nice one. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.